So, huge progress with the cats. So yesterday I got tired. I mean, I didn't get tired, but for the foreseeable future, the blanket they're laying on, they're eating solid food now, and I'm like, you know what? I don't feel like taking care of the blanket and having them shit all over it and this and that repeatedly, which I can't let them into the yard. I can't. I let them onto the porch, but the yard, five kittens, one person with two eyes. So one could be going that way. It's like, oh geez, I can't let them jump through because the fence, we don't really have an actual fence. The fence is so old that it's just broken. So it's like, we'll try to get that one, but then one of them goes into the middle of the street, back. I can't take that chance. So they're still small enough to where they all fit comfortably in that box. So I thought, why not put a litter box in there for them? So yesterday I went out, got some litter. I had a box in here. It's like maybe this big, so perfect for kitten size, and just put it where they usually go to the bathroom. There was like a little bit of crap or whatever, so I cleaned it out. But I'm like, wait, let me put a little bit into the box itself to, they'll smell it like, oh wait, that's mine. Okay, there we go. And I put them each into the litter box, and you're supposed to do the thing with their paws when you do that with their paws to the scraping. Well, they already know how to do that, so um but then I'm sitting out there and I see Keiko get into the box, and she does her little sniff, and then she's trying to go to the bathroom, and you got Misa on one side biting the box. You have Rox is on the other, acting stupid. He's like in the corner and he's like smashing his body into the box. And there's Keiko just perched up, trying to go to the bathroom. And she finishes up, she turns around, does a whole smelling, and she didn't do a very good job of covering because I mean they're still learning. But just the fact that the litter box was only in there for 3 hours, and already Keiko's gotten the grasp of getting into the litter box. I went out there this morning, a little more poo in there. I see a couple of wet spots. So the kittens know how to use a litter box already. They're only, 6 weeks old. After a day or so, I just put the litter box in there. There they go. They're using a litter box. Of course, they're going to have accidents. They're going to be playing around. Even though the litter box is like right here, and they'll be like right here, and it's not that far of a walk. But then again, look what happens with us humans. So if a bathroom is just like 10 seconds away and we somehow crap ourselves, think of what it is for a kitten. So, mistakes tend to happen, but the less amount I have to wash the blanket. I mean, I wash it every other day anyway, but having the litter box in there, and then if when I let them out to run around, I was sitting with them for almost 2 hours last night up on the porch, and they were just running around, and I put the thing of water out for them. They were all, and it's just monkey see, monkey do. I think, who was the first one I think it was actually Keiko who started drinking water first, when I put it there. And then like Misa sees it, and then she comes in, and then Link sees it, and he comes in, and then suddenly they're all licking water. They're like, this is good. It doesn't have a taste, but it's refreshing. So it was monkey see, monkey do. And that's pretty much how I figure it's going to be with the litter box, because they're going to smell their own scent, or at least one of theirs, and they'll get in the box and realize, oh, hey. So I think it was pretty successful. I didn't have to really train them at all. They were already going to the bathroom on their own. But like I said, I would love to let them in the yard. I would. But if it's you guys have seen it, it's a big yard. They would get lost in just like a second, especially if they're all going different directions. Then there's ways to get under the house. If they go under the house, forget about that. I'm never seeing them again anytime soon. So yeah, I can't let them into the yard just yet. The last time, like with Mama's first litter, the reason I found out the reason why the litter was taken was because they were sleeping behind bricks or something in a yard with a dog that didn't like cats. Like, they really didn't like cats. And so the neighbor didn't want to see the kittens ripped apart by the dog because it doesn't like cats. So she took them, and that's how they became barn cats. But Miko survived. He escaped. And I saw Miko early last month, and he didn't even remember who I was, apparently. He's been hanging out with the hooligans. Hooligans! But yeah, that's why the first litter was taken, because the neighbor didn't want to see them ripped apart by the dog. But yeah, I'm doing everything I can to make sure they're safe, and they're, if I think that maybe they haven't had milk in a while, I'll pick Mama up and put her in the box. But I mean, it's 6 weeks, so they're pretty much almost completely weaned off of it. So for the most part, like I said last night, actually, I didn't say that part. Yeah, Mama laid down, so so first she brings up a dead bird. This thing was fat. It looked like it ate other birds. Like, it was like this small, but it was fat. So she brings it up onto the porch, drops it onto the mat out there, and I'm like, now of course you don't say, you don't discourage them because they're just doing what's cat nature, hunting. But I took it. It was chunky. I mean, I picked the thing up, and it was heavy, and I just kind of tossed it into the yard. But after that, she kind of went to lay down, and they realized, oh hey, it's Mama, and they went around, and Link's climbing on top of her and trying to get her attention, and was it Misa and Keiko were the ones who were started nursing. And I'm like, Link, Zelda, Roxas, you might want to get in on this, because once she gets up, you're probably not going to get any milk for a while. So you might want to get into those nipples there. Um, they didn't. I mean, so Misa and Keiko got to have a quick drink, but Zelda, Link, and Roxas were just like, nah, we're good. We've got water. We don't need you anymore, Mom. God, you don't understand me. I can hear Roxas saying. Um, oh, I love Roxas. He's so small. But yeah, and their personalities are especially coming out a bit more. Like, Keiko and Zelda are just extremely sweet. I'm sitting there, and they're spending a lot of their time just coming up to me. You know, Roxas is more of the shy one. Um, Misa is like she's like a bloodhound. Like, when most cats, they don't do this. Like, I've never seen a cat do this that much, but she'll, like, like a bloodhound, like, sniff around, and I'm like, that's like what a bloodhound does. I'm like, Misa, you're not a bloodhound, you're a cat. What kind of cat is she? Oh, she's black and white. And then and Link loves to explore. So if there's something that can be climbed, he's gonna try climbing it. If there's something that can be pushed open, he's gonna try to push it open. So, and that's why I named him Link. And Zelda, well, she's the one who's learning how to get to the top of the box. Like, I went out, was it not yesterday? Or wait, was it yesterday? Or was it No, it was Sunday. Yeah, it was, or was it? I don't remember. But I left, like, I was leaving, and she's like sitting on the top of the box. And the same thing, I was like, what are you gonna do now? You got to the top. What are you gonna do? So, she's got that wisdom. So, kind of like Zelda. So Link and Zelda, perfectly named. Um, but yeah, they're growing fast. They've got their little pookets that, from eating finally, because they've got actual food going on. I've been giving them this just fancy feast for kittens. It's I think I got three different ones, or it was just this one: Fancy Feast, Tender Ocean, Whitefish Feast, Kitten. And I'll just give them like half of this, and um, I got that for them, the Purina Kitten Chow, and then I'll just take a little bit of this, mix it in. I think you give them like a third of a cup, and then I just kind of mix it in with this, and they're like, "Nom, nom, 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 nom." So, and it says to give them like twice a day. So, like the first time I'll give them with this, and then the second time I can just um give them just flat out that. Or like this morning, I didn't give them this. I just gave them as is. They like it. It's fine. Um, but I'm sure it's a load off of Mama. She doesn't have to worry about feeding them. So the cats are doing well. They're doing well. I had to go get different bowls for them. I had a tin, like one of these little cookie tins out there, and I don't know if they were knocking the water around or just evaporated, but the thing's like that big, and then by the end of the day, there's like that much water in it. And I saw the water on the ground. I'm like, okay, they must have knocked into it, but surely, don't call me Shirley. It couldn't have knocked out that much. So I'm guessing it's been so friggin' hot. I'm guessing it's just evaporating. By the end of the day, it's just like, because it's metal, it's gonna heat up. So I got them like really like those really good thick plastic containers, and those are just temporary until I go out and get actual, you know, bowls. Um, ceramic is always good, but I want to get a just, typical dog and or cat bowl. Usually the dog bowls are the best because they're usually bigger, which means you can put a lot more food in there. And it's hot out, so they're not eating as much during the heat. When it's hot, they use like 15 to 20% less energy, so you don't have to worry about feeding them as much, as opposed to the winter when they use like 15 to 20% more energy because they're trying to stay warm. But during the in the hot months, they just kind of lounge around, so they're not using as much energy. So, but yeah, the babies are good. Mama's good. Kai is good. D-Luke's good. Lucifer is good. I see him all the time. He was sitting in the middle of the street licking himself the other day, and I just want to, smack him. But Zelda's good. Link's good. Keiko's good. Misa's good. Roxas is good. Sam is good. Potato Chan's good. Everyone's good. And a partridge in a pear tree. Um. Oh yeah, these. I actually can show you. Yeah, these. Nice big bowls. I filled both of these. One water. It came with three, but these are pretty good. Like they're those really nice thick plastic, like the ones you can microwave. So I figure if you can put it in a microwave, you can stick it outside because the outside is not going to get nearly as hot as a freaking microwave does. So, but now I have an extra, which is really really good. What's it say here? Good Cook made me 100% recyclable, so I can live on with a second life. Remove lid before use. Yeah, you don't want to. Well, then again, top rack. You can put these in the oven. So, yeah, if if it can handle going into an oven, pretty sure it can handle sitting out there in the sun. It's not going to get up to 120, 30 degrees and out there. So at least not here. If it was in Texas, that'd be a different story. But here it gets up like to 90 or so. So yeah, they're good plastic. I like those plastics because I like to make my like pastas and stuff like that in there, and I just put in the microwave. I don't use plates anymore or anything glass or anything that can break because my hands are just. I mean, I was washing like when I was hanging living with my friend. We had like her mom gave us like those Coca-Cola glass Coca-Cola plates, and I was washing one because they were dirty, and my hand just spazzed down. It dropped like that far, and it just shattered. So now I don't use glass anymore. I don't use You know, anything that can break. If I make food, it's in a plastic container. So that way, if it drops, what's the worst that happens? A little food spills out. But I don't handle glass anymore or anything, you know, like a thick ceramic or anything like that because my hands, I'll just be holding something and just, you know, because of the fibro, it got the messed up nerves and it just doesn't send, you know, signals for no reason. It's like when I'll be laying there trying to fall asleep, and every time I start to close my eyes, my body just jerks. You know, I'll be sitting there and, you know, I'll have my eyes closed and just happens out of nowhere. So having an extra container like that, good for me. But yeah, the cats are fine. They're growing fast. They're like what, 6 weeks now. So anyway, I just thought you guys would be interested to know that they're already using a litter box because they're amazing. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.